And welcome back to a Devon nature garden. Now, I haven't done a lot of videos lately. I just haven't had the enthusiasm for it all. I've got a bit of a smile on my face, but firstly, I've just been to put out my cocoons that were for the solitary bees, the solitary bee cocoons, the ones that I harvested last year. One of my last videos. Now, unfortunately, they were all sorted, all lovely in the last 2 weeks. But in those last 2 weeks, something has eaten them. So I'm imagining it'll be a mouse. They've gnawed through the plastic vented box that I had and have eaten everything in there, which I'm gutted about because obviously I want the bees. But also there was the first year of the orange vented that I know that we've had, so I'm absolutely gutted by that. But the reason that I'm smiling is not to do with the bees. Let me show you. I am extremely happy because that old kettle has been up. Where's it gone? That old kettle has been up for a couple, I can't even find it now, for a couple of years. Nope, oh, there it is. And I put it there for a robins to nest in. Now that's turned my frown upside down. Obviously it's just disappeared again, but yes, that is an old steel kettle that I bought for 50p and stuck it in that hedge. Happy. So yeah, unfortunately with the bees, I am going to be doing more this year. Last year I had 3 up on the side of the shed. I now have 6 of these, which I'm going to dot around the garden. Another one I decided I was going to buy, which I did mention in one of my old videos back along, was this one. Now, I've bought these because a lot of people have used them and said they're good because you can take the layers apart if you want to clean them out. But one thing they do supply, which I'm not going to use, is this brush for cleaning it out. So you can use it for cleaning out these holes. Now that only goes that far anyway, which ain't long enough, nowhere near long enough. So what I'm going to do is, because of the fact of you will never know if there's anything in these, if they are plugged up or if there's anything left in behind or if they're being refilled, I'm going to block these up because they cannot be cleaned out. But I will be obviously letting them use these. So I have 2 of them. So they will be going up. Yep, so there you go. We've got a robin that's nesting out there. I was on full zoom on my phone, which is why it looks so horrendous quality-wise. But yeah, I'm going to cordon that area off. I'm going to go and tell the wife now, nope, we're not going to go anywhere near that shed. Excellent. Yeah, so I'm going to go and put the bee houses up. Obviously, I'm gutted that I won't have anything to put in my release box. But yeah, this year we're going to be getting a load more plants. Well, I've already got some plants in. I've got a load of plants coming, various bits and pieces. So I'm hoping to get my gardening mojo back. For the wildlife, that is. We've got a lot of work going on here further down the garden. And yeah, hopefully I can just get, like I say, get my mojo back and I can start doing bits and pieces again so we can encourage the wildlife more. But I do have a lot of work going on, so there will only be this year specific little areas. But it's getting there. It's getting there slowly. We're we're going to have more shrubs with flowers on. We've got some more plants coming. We're going to go for perennials so that we don't have to do as much to keep them going. because I was doing annuals all the time, which, you know, it's quite a lot of work each year. So I'm trying to make up a list as I'm going work and going past garden centres. I'm going in there. Like the other day, okay, it's not what do you call a native tree, but it was a shrub of some description. I don't know what it is. I can't remember the name of it. But out of everything in this garden centre that I was in, they had these shrubs, which weren't cheap in the garden centres, but I found a supplier cheaper. And I mean, it's February, and it was quite a cold day, but there were every single one of these bushes, these little shrubs, had flowers on them that were fragrant, and they were absolutely covered in hoverflies and bees and other insects. So I'm going to get a couple of those for the garden. But as I say, they're not native, but I've Googled it, as you do, and I've looked into it, and they are good for the pollinators. So, you know, I'm just going to try and stick to native wildflowers and native shrubs as much as I can. But if I see something that's going to be a magnet, then it's coming and going in the garden. So, right, it's now Sunday afternoon. I'm going to move myself down the garden and put those bee houses up, and go and tell my wife the good news about the robin in that kettle. I knew it. You know, if you build it, they will come. I think it's only taken about 5 years, but fingers crossed. Right, I can hear the robin singing out there now. Brilliant. Take care, guys. See you soon. Cheers for now.